Best exercise bike under $150 is a tried and true weapon within the war against adipose tissue. However, no one desires to pay quite they ought to for a decent one. That's why I've eroded to seek out your exercise bikes that may keep your game tight and your notecase fat rather than the opposite approach around. So, you recognize what to try to. Realize one that you simply like, click on through, and during a few short days, you'll be exploiting one in every of these 5 best exercise bikes under $150. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Marcy Resistance Me 709. Sometimes the most robust half regarding obtaining the best exercise bike under 150 day after day is getting yourself to the gymnasium. Within the early morning or once a protracted day, the very last thing you wish to try to drive a different part of the city and total among several others. Ditch the gymnasium and obtain this Marcy Me 709 magnetic resistance underact exercise instead. Harvard Health states that there are many advantages of riding a stationary bike, as well as improved blood circulation, hypobolic muscle mass, higher bone density, which it's easier on the joints than different aerobic exercises. However, it's essential to decide on the proper exercise for you. With a spread of excellent options, this underact bike can be the proper one. Marcy styled this bike to be straightforward to mount and dismount with its step-through design. Whereas different bikes might cause injury, whereas you are trying to jump on, this model helps cut back that risk. Simply follow and sit down. This feature makes it an excellent bike for seniors. The high style doesn't stop there. Marcy engineered this bike with heavy components that not meant to last. You'll realize a 14-gauge steel conduit and different sturdy parts. As you pedal on your best exercise bike under 150, your stats can assist you to feel the way of accomplishment and drive you to complete extra miles. This bike helps you track your speed, time, distance, and calories burned on one easy-to-read screen. It helps you track your speed, time, distance, and calories burned on one easy-to-read display. The statistics displayed in enormous numbers, thus, you oughtn't to squint or disrupt your ride simply to ascertain however you're doing. It's a useful feature that may keep you going. If you're an underacted best exercise bike under 150 is uncomfortable to sit down on, can you ever need to use it? Many folks wouldn't. That's why this bike includes a cushioned seat that's comfy to sit down. Not solely is that the seat cushioned. However, it additionally designed to suit your body. Whereas some bike seats appear to figure against you, this one can't to you. Number 2. EXERPEUTIC 1110 Recumbent Bike. The EXERPEUTIC 300SR foldable recumbent bike is an activity bicycle made by EXERPEUTIC. Our audit will attempt to contrast this item and others that are comparable. We'll likewise list applicable information for this item that will make it somewhat simpler to decide whether it merits purchasing for you. You can look at the most recent information on this thing here. The 300SR foldable recumbent bike demonstrates that EXERPEUTIC is as yet one of the most excellent producers of activity bicycles. A great many people will consistently be content with their activity bicycles. This item is likely more well known than your regular exercise bicycle, which can be incredible as you know that it's most likely a generally excellent one. Taking a gander at other clients' suppositions is a regular basis, so it usually prescribed to get all the more outstanding items. On the off chance that the thing you're picking is known for a significant level of item deals at that point, it's additionally more likely than not going to merit procuring. The EXERPEUTIC foldable recumbent bike is widespread among different purchasers, and this is the reason it's famous. It's one of the best exercise bicycles you can use, as per various purchasers. 846 clients have audited this thing, and taking a gander at these surveys is typically useful when deciding whether this is the best bicycle for you. Number 3. NS 716R Marcy Recumbent Bike. The Marcy NS 716R is a reasonable supine exercise bicycle that is a more current adaptation of the well-known and profoundly appraised Marcy Me 709. It accompanies the nuts and bolts required for a supine-style exercise, a large seat with backrest, attractive obstruction, pedals out before you, and support to give input as you work out. There aren't many ruffles as is typical for bicycles in this value go, yet that isn't what you are most likely after. You are increasingly keen on getting great incentive for your cash. It has a great deal to satisfy, and from audits, it seems to fulfill the guideline of the past model. However, it evaluated at a more significant expense point, and whether it has extra highlights to help the expansion was not promptly evident to me. In this audit, I see how well it does the nuts and bolts of giving an active stage to profound effect cardio exercises in the home, just as if the appraisals and cost defended. The bicycle can be changed following fit a scope of various statures appropriately. The organization doesn't give direction on the range that it provides. The alteration is evident even though it can take a little solidarity to move the back portion of the bicycle. The position you need and line up the preset stays so you can embed the stick and fix the handle to hold everything unfaltering and set up. The opposition controlled utilizing the strain handle on the front help shaft. It controls a lot of magnets by drawing them nearer to expand resistance and further away to diminish it. It has 8 degrees of obstruction set apart on the handle. The change between the levels is smooth, with no jerkiness or unexpected increments. You do need to lean forward to make the modifications. However, to turn the larger than average handle to the degree of opposition you need is anything but difficult to do. It has a belt and flywheel inside the cover that give a sensibly smooth accelerating involvement in next to no variety, except as noted in the obstruction segment above. The cover shields the drive from harm yet additionally keeps you, children, and pets from the moving parts, which could cause damage whenever contacted. It is additionally tranquil and shouldn't require any support. The pedals are weighted, and counteracted help make the cycling smooth and steady. There are plastic ties that can change following assistance to keep your feet set up on the pedals. When balanced, you can simply slide your feet into them. Number 4. Marcy Recumbent Exercise Bike. This Marcy practice bicycle includes a light casing, with a gathered load of 53.5 lbs. 24.2 kilograms, which essentially implies it's anything but difficult to collect, transport, and handle. Yet, in any case, it's a solid casing, made of steel tubing and ready to help clients up to 300 lbs. 136 kilograms. The main major non-metallic parts in its casing development are the flywheel protects, which produced using tough ABS material. The edge made out of 2 primary pieces, the back part with the seat gathering and the front part with the opposition components, comfort pole, and reassure. The 2 sections join at the center. The principal bar of the back part fills in as a change bar, including 6 modification gaps. The 2 sections append together using a turn handle. The casing doesn't crease. It has a stage through the structure, which can be very much or more for clients with disabilities or old clients. The NS908R per straight exercise bicycle isn't huge. As we've referenced over, it's marginally littler than the NS716R, highlighting an amassed impression of 47.6L x 24.8W. It does, be that as it may, require at any rate 2 feet of freedom on each side and in any event 1 foot of leeway at the back and front, for safe activity. The bicycle offers incredible soundness. Its front base outfitted with pivoting tops, which fill in as wheels to encourage its migration. Its back base highlights polygonal stabilizer tops, which enable you to level it on fundamentally any kind of ground surface flawlessly. A tangle not required for it, yet it prescribed. Additionally, the midriff of the edge coordinated a little rubber-treated foot, which adds to this wellness machine's general security. Number 5. Sunny Health and Amp, Fitness SF, RB 1117 Bike. The Sunny Health and Fitness SF, RB 1117 folding recumbent exercise bike must be one of the most helpful prostrate bicycles that we have ever observed. It has a minimal impression, and it can crease down significantly littler. It has an excellent measure of obstruction, and is genuinely agreeable to use too. At the minimal effort label that it has, you indeed can't turn out badly with it. If you might want to discover somewhat increasingly about Sunny Health and Fitness, you can look at the video beneath. We were not able to find a video explicit to this item, yet there is a decent review of the brand itself. This best exercise bike under 150 is a decent passage level choice to consider. It costs somewhat more than the Sunny Health and Fitness model, yet it has a more rounded edge, it is increasingly steady with a lower purpose of gravity, and it has a higher client weight limit as well. The Marcy 709 is more cost, yet very little. In any case, if you have constrained space, the small casing and collapsing plan of the Sunny Health and Fitness Recumbent bike will suit you better. This best exercise bike under 150 is another excellent choice to consider. This one is in reality about a similar cost as the Sunny Health and Fitness model checked on above. The two of them weigh about the same sum, are both generally the same size, and both can crease down for simple stockpiling. The Cheer model comes with a Represent Your Media, which the Sunny Health and Fitness model doesn't. Notwithstanding, the Sunny Health and Fitness Recumbent bike has 8 degrees of obstruction, though the Cheer bike just has 5 degrees of opposition. The Sunny Health and Fitness SF RB 1117 folding recumbent exercise bike is an incredible passage level model to go. It is one of the most moderate supine bicycles out there, yet despite everything, it carries out its responsibility fine and dandy. This model is perfect for learners and for individuals who need some moderate exercise. It has a conventional measure of opposition, it's genuinely reliable, and it will give you a decent challenge.